Team Animal Training Compound, and upon request, I'm going to do a little updated video tour so you can get an idea what the gym now looks like. It's kind of hard to believe, but a year ago, this was really just in the concept phase. In fact, last June, they had just started on the concrete, and in the middle of summer last year, and even late summer, we just had a concrete pad here with no building. So, fast forward, we've come a long ways. So, come on in and let's take a look around so you can kind of see where we're at now. So, as you come in, first piece of equipment you see here is the Rep Fitness Functional Trainer. This is the FT5000. I actually did a really in-depth review, so you can look at some of my other videos on YouTube. They're one of the more recent ones would be the review I did on that, but awesome piece of equipment. Kind of stay right here. As you come in, you see a lot of different stuff on the ground. We've got 5 different sandbags. This is my XD vest, 40-pound vest. But we got a lot of different sandbags. One of them is over here. It's actually holding down the backside of the reverse hyper. The rest of them over here. I just kind of overfilled these. So the round ones, this is now 112, and this one is 177. This big Rogue one is ballpark 220. I haven't really weighed it. It might be more than that. This one is somewhere around, I don't know, 50, 75, something like that. And that one's probably about 125. You can see we got the 3 tempering rollers here. The 50, the 80, and the 110. These are actually my brother-in-law's. He purchased those. If you're not familiar with body tempering, it's awesome. It's an awesome form of therapy. And check out Donnie Thompson. That's kind of his gig. He's an expert in that area, and has a lot of great material out there. So check his stuff out. Our main battle rope, and this is kind of where we do them. The 6.5-foot piece of turf that goes down the center of the gym. We use for all kinds of stuff. So we actually have 2 different sleds. The big sled, which I use for push pulls. Also do my backwards walking for my knees over toes stuff. Do the battle ropes here. As you can see, I got the dots for the dot drill. Need a lot of agility, plyometrics. Then there's a smaller sled for that my younger niece uses for doing her push work. It's also great for pulling. You attach a rope. You can do a lot of cool stuff with that. So, going over here in this back corner, some of our leg equipment. Cybex prone leg curl. This is one of my favorite leg curls. Probably one of the best designed prone leg curls I've ever used. And then its complement, the Cybex leg extension. I really like these 2 pieces. Got the Rep Fitness GHD, which I just did a review on, so you can check that out. That's on my YouTube channel as well. Seated calf raise over here in the corner. And then here we got our custom deadlift platform that Dave and I built with band pegs attached, and got all our cool colorful bumper plates, so it looks like a big box of crayons. There's a lot of cool stuff that I actually built in here. These are farmer's walk handles. I just recently built these a couple weeks ago. The cool thing is that now that the weather's getting nice and go out in the driveway, challenge myself going up the hill, loading them up. Yesterday, I think I had up to about 150 in each hand and going up the hill with it. So that's a nice little workout. As you come around here, you see you've got the hammer strength seated row. Then this is just a split squat stand that I built. This goes back to when we were in the small building, had limited equipment, wanted something to be able to do split squats on to elevate the back leg. So I just built that out of basically leftover spare wood and a piece of pipe to go through the middle and put some pads on it, so it's functional. Right here, We got our Titan Fitness Reverse Hyper. Good piece of equipment. Haven't done a review on this yet. We do need the sandbag to kind of hold it down, but you can go pretty heavy on this. Over here you see this is a slant board that I actually built a few weeks ago so I could do some of the knees over toes stuff. I just did a video on knees over toes stuff, and if you're not familiar, I'd also check out Ben Patrick, knees over toes guy. He's on YouTube, Instagram, everywhere else. Good stuff as far as therapy and avoiding knee issues or fixing them. So the kind of centerpiece of our gym is the Rep Fitness PR5000, which I've done a full review on this. Also, you can find that on my YouTube channel. There's not really too much that this doesn't have. One piece that is kind of hidden over here, you have the dip attachment, which you can just lock in like that. Obviously, I'm not a dwarf, so I wouldn't do it this low, but just to show you how it locks in. There you go. So, but awesome squat rack. I really like this squat rack. It kind of has all the bells and whistles. We've really got a set of rings. And you got the ab straps, all the different pull-up possibilities with this glow bar that's on the front. You got the belt safety straps. You can do rack deads, pretty much whatever you want. I got 4 chains that are 21 pounds each, so 84 pounds of total chains that can be added. Use on bench, squats, whatever you want to do. Kind of give some variable resistance there, different type of loading pattern. So over here, really nice piece of leg equipment. This is something else that if you want, you can check out my YouTube channel. And I did a really in-depth review on this. This is the Rogers Athletic Pendulum Squat. This is one of those pieces that, when I started thinking about this gym, as far as things that I want, I really wanted one of these. And it's, if you've never used one of these things, it's absolutely awesome. I definitely encourage you to get the opportunity to check it out. So, and one thing that I did is I just made since I decided I didn't want to take up room with a standing calf raise machine, I just built a calf raise platform so you can do your calf raises right in there. Over here is the Rogue Monster Belt Squat standalone piece. This is actually my brother-in-law's. Cool piece of equipment. It is definitely multifunctional. There's definitely a lot of different stuff you can do with it. This is one of those that we haven't done a review on it yet, but we will. It's kind of on our list to do. So going into the back corner here, these 2 pieces I got from Fitness Empire. They're out of Pottsville, PA. I actually got several pieces: the leg extension, my lateral raise, all of my dumbbells, and then the leg press and hack squat. I love these 2 pieces of equipment. This hack squat is absolutely awesome. One of the best hack squats I've used. I love hack squats, but I'm really picky on their design. I've used some that suck. They're not designed well. The angle's not right. The platform's too small, etc. This one's really well designed and well made. So that's the hack squat. Leg press over here. If you want to come over in here and show this side. And as you can see on this back wall, because of the view, we got 3 big picture windows that are 4 by 7 feet, so you can see why I wanted to have those. The view is pretty awesome. It was really cool in the winter. Christmas Day, it snowed, so it was just white everywhere as we worked out in here. All right, so the back corner here, this is my other kneeling leg curls. You can tell I'm really into leg equipment. This is a Cybex kneeling leg curl. Amongst single leg and kneeling leg curls, as far as I'm concerned, this is the best. I've used Hammer Strength, I've used some other brands. Without a doubt, this is my favorite. This is another one of those that you know, I wanted to have one of these. So gives a nice selection as far as leg equipment. So anyway, coming around here, you can see this is my big sled. This is a Core X sled. I did a lot of research on sleds years ago. I've had this for I've had this much longer than I've had the gym. I actually used to take this to Anytime Fitness with me. But this is mostly one complete welded piece. There's a few pieces that are bolted in, but this sled weighs something like 125 pounds by itself. It's very heavy duty and sturdy, very smooth. I really like it. So it gets a lot of use, has gotten a lot of use for several years. You know, as far as the alternatives on the sled, I think it actually blows away a lot of the alternatives. So anyway, back this corner over here, as you can see, is our dumbbell area. Well, we got our kettlebells over here. Most of them, the big ones, all the way up to 150 pounds. So I think this is like 35, 53, 80, 106, 124, and then 150. Dumbbells up to 100 pounds, 3 benches. Right now we got 3 benches. Ultimately, what I plan to do is get a fully adjustable incline bench that goes to a decline and has the ab roller attached, so you can do decline sit-ups. And I would probably get rid of these two and have the one replace both of those benches, so it'll take up less space and it'll look a lot better and be just as functional. This, as you can see, there's some overflow. The Rogue 3-tier rack wasn't enough for all the dumbbells, so I actually built this from scratch. This is made of wood, and then we painted it to get the rest of the dumbbells and then the rest of the kettlebells. A lot of these smaller kettlebells are my brother-in-law's. As you can see, there's pairs. The idea there was that for benching, when you want to work on shoulder stability work, you can hang a dumbbell off each side at multiple weights and do stuff there. For additional stability work, this is also Dave's. This is an earthquake bar. You can do a combination of earthquake bar with the kettlebells. And so you'll really be all over the place and getting some serious shoulder stability work. The West Side bench is Dave's. He purchased that. Cool thing is that this comes with a thinner pad. He upgraded to the Thompson fat pad. And so what he did recently was he took the pad that it came with and he built these basically to make the equivalent of a floor press on the bench. So as you can see, this is all wood, all right? And these set in like this. All right, fits in there perfectly. And so basically, you can do a floor press without having to use the floor. You can actually stay on your bench and do a floor press. So I thought that was pretty crafty, very innovative, and you know, money-saving thing. There's a lot of cool stuff that we've kind of done on our own. But I give Dave a lot of credit. That was pretty neat. So over here, we got another one of these Rogue hangers. You can see actually there's 3 of these in the gym. There's 2 on that side and then 1 over here. So all our smaller bands, some of the grip stuff, the fat grips, Thompson fat pad, the board press pads, etc. This is a basically platform that I built from wood that I had that can be used for a variety of things, including some knees over toe stuff, single leg step downs. I'll actually put it here to elevate my feet when I'm doing bench press. You see on the hangers over there, we got bands that go all the way up to, I actually have 200-pound bands. The purples, the grays, blacks, greens, pretty much everything. Belts, wrist wraps, chains, basically all the miscellaneous stuff. I forgot to mention in this back corner, I recently put this up, which is basically Rubbermaid Fast Track. And this is just a kind of a cool way to put all of the knee sleeves, elbow sleeves, kind of let them air out when I'm done working out. One thing you'll notice that we don't have in here, and that's mirrors, because you don't need to freaking look at yourself while you're working out. Okay, there's no ego or narcissism here. It's just hard work. Coming back around, one of the pieces of plate load equipment. I really wanted a diverging lat pull down. I ended up buying 2 pieces of steel flex equipment, which I'm so far very impressed with. So this is the steel flex diverging lat pull down. Awesome piece of equipment at a really good price point. I've had this, actually at one point I had this, and I did a review on this piece of equipment when I had it in my house, but when I was waiting for the building to be installed. So the awesome piece of equipment. As you can see over here are some of my back equipment. Got a York seated row and a York lat pull down. Both really nice pieces of equipment. And then steel flex plate loaded inclined chest press. This is a converging chest press. Awesome piece of equipment. Lastly, you see we got the Cybex ladder raise. I was just a piece of equipment. I'm not really big on selectorized machines, with the exception of a few that I like, and a ladder raise machine was one that I wanted. The nice thing about this is a very small footprint, so it takes up very little space. Looking into the future, I actually have another piece of equipment that I ordered, made to order piece. That is going to be a secret. I'm not letting anybody know what I got, so you'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, but this piece is actually going to move over to where the sled is, and the other piece is going to go in here. As you can see, one of the things I've added recently, we have a lot of flags and banners that I recently kind of put up permanently on this back wall. You know, we got the important stuff. This gets its own wall. It's an American flag, all right? Flag with tribute to you know, military, armed forces, firefighters, and law enforcement. That's important as far as I'm concerned to recognize. So like I said, I wanted that stuff on its own wall. Over here, this is a little shelf that I built from scratch. Put this in here for the stereo system, and then there's kind of miscellaneous, my BCAs, chalk, iPods, stuff like that. And then there's some kind of extra extraneous stuff down here. We got a little kind of a compartment, ab wheels, and more chalk and other, there's some grip stuff and whatnot. So, last thing, as you can see here, this is our 9-bar holder, which is completely full. We got a lot of different specialty bars there. So there's actually 2 Rogue West Side bars. Those are Dave's. He purchased those. It's nice to have 2 because there's often more than one of us working out in here. So if somebody's benching while somebody's deadlifting, or somebody's squatting while somebody's deadlifting, 2 people can use one at the same time. Also have the Kabuki Cadillac bar, which I really like. I still need to do a complete review on that, but that was one of my specialty bars that I decided I wanted. And despite the fact that it's expensive, I have no regrets. It's an awesome bar. This is my my big trap bar. You can't even get these anymore. This is, I think this is the best trap bar made. Unfortunately, I don't think you can find them anymore. Curl bar, axle bar, and then we got a junior bar, which is cool because we got some youngsters working out in here, and this gives them the opportunity to learn some technique and use a smaller, shorter bar. So, anyway, did I forget anything? All right, well,
Safety
that's
squat
the tour.
bar. That's about it.
What's that?
Safety squat bar.
Oh yeah, the Titan safety squat bar. So yeah, that's it for now until we start adding more stuff. So hope you enjoyed the tour, and check out my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe.